No, you'll just share the mic. Just share your story. You know. So here it is. First of all, these women, they came because they need to help themselves, and then of course their husbands. So go share that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? You remember? You remember when your husband? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. You're so funny.
I am.
Okay, so my husband, obviously, I was sick for a very, very long time, and my husband had a role in that. And I came to FasterEFT, got better, loved it, became a practitioner. And then this November, we hosted Robert in Virginia Beach for a relationship seminar, and my husband got to come, and my kids were, staying at a friend's house, which was really great. And so we got to see them at night and stuff like that. It was super fun. But my husband, I got shifts and changes, right? Because it's FasterEFT and it's awesome. But my husband hadn't really, he's read some books and he's gotten interested in stuff like that in the mind and everything, but he hadn't been to anything. So when he heard Robert teaching, and then I was at one point I was complaining about something, and he said, well, you know everything, you know what Robert said, everything inside you is really you. And I was like, oh, I was like, no, he did not. I was so upset. I was like, oh. And then I was like, and then one time, honey, I love you. It's okay. We can be open about our life. But it was funny because he asked you about the deer in the headlights look. Yeah. It's a freeze fright. And my husband, that's his go-to reaction to certain situations. And it happened. And I was like, you need to tap. And he was like, and then I was like, I was talking about something. He's like, and how come you're not tapping? And I'm like, what? I was like, and then my one other funny one was, he said, well, it was the one day I was complaining, and he said, everybody has the right, like Robert says, everybody has the right to be miserable if they want to. And I'm like, oh my, you're just repeating him. So I came home after the Virginia Beach seminar. I spent an extra night there. My husband went home to go to work, and I came home, and one of these, which one? That one right there, the basic art of change, was on our kitchen. It was up, the whole thing, and I was like, oh my goodness, Robert. But he's very grateful because Robert also, my husband was in the chair, and he got tapping and went to work on Monday, had just an amazing experience and got lots of shifts and changes. So it's been good, but what a transformation, for me to shift and change, but then also realize, wow, my husband needs this too, and but at the same time, it's created more healing opportunities for me because I have an accountability partner now.
Very similar in a lot of ways. I came home from FasterEFT, and I'm thinking my husband's going to be thrilled. I'm not sick anymore. And he was, but there was also just weird stuff going on with him. And I think that, you respond and you have a way that you get along, and things that you do and things that are normal. And things were not very normal anymore for him with me. I was out wanting to do things and had so much energy, and he really lost his caretaker role, and it threw him for a loop I don't think any of us expected. And so I was a little oblivious in my new happy life, except that just, man, what's wrong with you? And I'd, tap on him a little bit here and there. But then there was someone that he had been counseling with a pornography addiction, and a Heal Your Sexual Self seminar was coming up. And I said, you really should take this friend to the Heal Your Sexual Self. And he's like, yeah, okay. And I'll kind of figure out what this is that you're doing. Let me tell you, that was a doozy of a thing for him to jump into. He went to this Heal Your Sexual Self seminar, and even as he talked to me kind of throughout the week, he was like, yeah, so it's been interesting. And, and it was good for him. He got tapped on, and that was really good. And when he came home, he did have this sort of perpetual, deer in headlights look. And he has seen me work on countless people. He knows that it works, and he would even talk to people about it. But there was just, I think with him using it himself, the connection just hadn't been made yet. And he started getting regular sessions with someone other than me. And I thought that that was a very wise thing for him. And slowly but surely, he started coming around. So then he got the level 1 online training. And all of a sudden, I had a student in my house. And he is just, every time I like turn around, I'm like, oh, hey. He's like, so, let me ask you about, you know, what I'm really realizing about the art of change. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to you about this stuff. You know, take me on a date. I don't want to talk about FasterEFT. So it was this kind of interesting thing of having him be a student and watching him process the information. And on another side note, I'd say it was actually very valuable as we've been developing the system. So then he came to level 2, live, level 2, and participated, and I could just see he was really, really getting this. More than just the head knowledge, because it's logical, it makes sense. He was getting this on that deep level, and he ended up getting up in the chair, and he said something in talking to Robert about how when he was talking to his mother, just when we had first met, and he's like, ooh, she's the one. And he told her I had some sicknesses, and his mom said, you may want to rethink this. You know, being with a chronically ill partner comes with a lot. And he was not to be deterred. He's like, you know, I always wanted to take care of somebody, Mom, and I think she's the one. And I'm like, oh. Click for me, practitioner mode back there. I'm like, this makes so much sense. Why this worked for us in the beginning and didn't work anymore when I was well. So anyway, he is now a level 3 practitioner. I'm telling you, he was the first of his class to get his level 2 and level 3 certifications. And I did not help him in those ways. He sort of had to, I was like, I don't know, call somebody and ask them, find out. You know, I wanted him to really search it out. And he's been incredible. He uses it on himself. He uses it on other people. He is incredible. Where's Erin? Yeah. So she's been having sessions with him. Now, I have to say, he is an incredible practitioner. I am really proud of how he processes this. But it isn't like wonderful to live with a practitioner always, because I was the more emotionally intelligent one for so long. At least that was my, way that I was presenting things. So I'll be talking to him and he'll be like, "So you gonna tap on that?" I'm like, "No! I'm gonna be mad." And no, it's me doing it to me the whole time. I'm like, you just totally ruined my mad trance. And my children are doing it too. They'll be like, be talking about something, I'll be like, wait, that's probably emotional, isn't it? I've got a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old. And so all of us together are navigating how we are trying to live in the upper model of the world while we keep slipping down to the lower and calling each other on it in a loving way that doesn't make more to tap on. And so, yes, it's fun, and it really does, even though he said that and I instantly wanted to add to my madness that who are you to tell me, but it breaks the trance so much quicker when I realize, oh wait, this all is me. I'm doing this. And it's a nice, it's a nice reminder. And we help each other. And we were talking to a couple that we talked to, about marriage and everything. And Kent and I got into this, we don't really fight, but we got into this sort of, disagreement. And that couple after a while was like, oh my gosh, you guys argue on a level that is so far above. Like, you think you guys are a little too smart and too deep for your own good. But we were working things out really with art of change style questions and figuring out, wait, what if this is mine? What if this is yours? It has taken things to a whole new level. and it's really encouraging. We've both gotten incredible changes. We see it in our kids. We see it in each other, and we're seeing it even around our friends and family, the changes that we don't always realize are happening, but we're calling others to that same level of thinking because we're trying to do it ourselves. So it's been great.
Good job. Thank you, guys. There you go. Isn't that amazing?